way up to Minnesota. You could use them. Greenbrier, there's about 7 of them. They all could have been used instead. I haven't picked any for a while, but yeah, it gets a little thorny, and you get into a greenbrier patch, and holy cow! Oh, uh, yeah, Aviva Ram said that the local name. You probably heard this, and you were there. I think we met at her
Hmm.
house. What do they call it? Herb
Ble-
blasphemy.
now,
Yeah,
bless me, Vaughn.
that blasphemy vine. So it makes you swear because you get into a thicket of it, and oh my God, yeah, yeah, and everybody. I mean, anybody who's seen it would, even though in Minnesota, you'd immediately know what they're talking about. Well, you could use that instead of sarsaparilla, but what happened was that this was used, and this was said to be better. William Lasassier had compared them. He said this was better for acne, and that's why it came to be called wild sarsaparilla, even though it's not related. It doesn't look like it. It does taste a little bit like it. And okay, so the true sarsaparilla is would help with like blood purifier, and that means liver. And really, I do believe liver having trouble processing hormones, and very often with acne, you have excess testosterone, the hardest hormone of all to process, and that kids, teenagers get also PCOS is related. I never used it for that, but there's plenty of good remedies for pelvic for polycystic ovarian disease, and so it's adjusting it's helping the liver deal with testosterone, but it seems to act the other way. There's some virility. I'm talking about the original sarsaparilla. And then Dorothy Hall used it, the great Australian herbalist. Her favorite fertility remedy was, I couldn't believe it was sarsaparilla and raspberry leaf. Like, well, okay, well, that's really interesting. Very nutritive, warming. Um, I think what you said? You said American ginseng for fertility. Well, I mean, this is
Hmm.
not even a cousin, but still very similar tasting. Sarsaparilla tastes a lot like a ginseng, but it isn't one. Okay, so then they found that this one tasted very similar, and they used this one a great deal. And but it never caught on. It kind of always was stereotyped as an acne remedy, but the Indians use it for herbal Viagra and fertility and things like that. So seems to have all those same properties as the other sarsaparilla. Um, so that's what I know about it. I've eaten it. I've never really used it. I've always
Haven't
used
either.
American ginseng instead. They're so similar in taste. I mean, kind of identical in taste. And I just never bothered. Also, I do have to say, it's a very northern plant.
Hmm.
And in my experience, this has died out in the more southern regions of the big woods of the like the woods that stretch from New York to Ohio to Minnesota, Iowa. Like it's not as common as it was when I was in my 20s when I was looking at herbs when I was learning it. I was like I didn't see any from age 25 to a couple years ago, and then I bought my land in Upper Michigan. There it was everywhere. I was like, yay!
Oh, wow. Neat.
Yeah. So I've just been lazy about not picking it, and yeah, I found great stuff up there, Phyllis. I got like lobelia and flat all over the place.
Oh my gosh.
Self heal, definitely Monarda. This is just what's growing on the roads. Yeah, I found leatherwood, Durca palustra, the really bendable, crazy one, really rare. Um, Plus all the other, Trillium. There's no blue cohosh. There's no black cohosh up there. Red cohosh, white cohosh. Could probably plant black cohosh. Yeah, I planted. I just threw the ginseng around. We'll see. Knew I had to have to wait a couple of years. Lazy bomb. Yeah. If you really want to be good with it, you do a little raised bed. You like mound up the dirt because that kills all the roots and all the competition. And there's competition out there. And so you might, and plus, my soil, I think, is the right kind of soil for it. I'm about 50 miles north of Wausau, right kind of climate, but it's not native up there. Well, okay, so that's kind of what we got. Closing. I'm back to American ginseng. All right. Questions. We'll do it our best before we collapse. Oh,
Thank you for
oh,
putting up
yeah.
Aurelius,
Oh, wow.
Vanessa.
Wow. Sure see the ginseng. And actually, you know, Lee, let's get some English ivy, and I got some write-ups on that and some transcripts of English herbalists talking about it. So we'll get American ivy in here. We won't do a class on it anytime soon, but it'd be a lot of fun because a lot of our, in Oregon, Washington, British Columbia, it's growing as a ornamental down into Northern California and temperate regions, New York, New England. I don't know how far south, could be pretty far south, England, France. Yeah, so it's really, and why it must be naturalized in Australia and New Zealand and probably in China and Japan. Okay.